Squeak. Squeak Weasel. I've been thinking a lot about subtle forms of captivity and trigger word slavery. Trigger word slavery. Yeah, like slavery is the breaking down of and the reorchestration of freedom. So you can reinvent freedom. You can reinvent freedom to mean slavery. It can be called freedom, but it means slavery. But you've been transcribed into the meaning of the word freedom is free, and you're told what is free. You are told what is free. And when questioned, the identity of being, that identity of being is rooted, chained to the ideals of that ego that bring to the ideal of freedom ownership. I'll try to say that again clearly. The ideals in individuality's concept of freedom, which is a linguistic change in a world of the 2D mind, in which is manipulated by linguistics intentionally to captivate and transcribe slavery into the meaning and visualization of the symbols making up the word of freedom. But ownership of any kind is a two-way streak. It is a mirror reflection. And you are now chaining yourself to the freedom of ownership. You are chaining yourself to the freedom of the institution of a religion. You are chaining yourself to the institution of the guilt within religion. Now let's take religion if you are so popularly an atheist. Your atheistic beliefs are now rooted in your identity. Your ego would be harmed to know something exists. It's the same rationale, no matter what you transcribe it. It's the same harmfulness of the ego and the ego knowing all. And the only thing certain is the fact that I do not know anything. I don't know anything. I am everything. To know is to captivate and encapsulate the mind into the conception separate into ego of the sin, the Latin root of, without, again, soul, the Latin root of soul, sun and soul, eternally, the energy that creates and energizes within itself a whole new energy field. To know nothing and to know all, and to be everything and to be nothing, are the linear thinking transcribed into a conscious ownership of linguistics, an ownership of the pixelations of letters and words. The deconstruction of these linguistic prisons will show the heart of their tonality. And the heart of their tonality can be one of two things. Completely unoppressive to almost being unnoticed, but being so strong and important in the I am that is all I am. To harm is the strength and the ideal of an ego. It is that
There is repressive forms.
And there is suppressive forms. The suppressive form would be the victimization. The victimization and ideology in self. Now you are part of the ownership taken into the ideals. Of being the wounded, needing a savior, needing dependency is also a form of ownership. Dependency is a form of slavery. When you think for yourself, when you vibrate onto just to vibrate, just to resonate. Resonation happens regardless of who's controlling it or whose ego puts a linguistic tie to it. To just be is just being. I'm just being. Ownership does not impress nor entice me. I am before ownership and will exist after the stripping of the concept of language.